to you. Don't worry. No worry. Know your body and how it feels today. Don't do anything that hurts, right? If you feel like taking it easy, take it easy. If you don't. I'll do what works for you and leave the rest behind. We're here to create a little bit more ease, not to make you more tense. She posts a YouTube meditation. I believe she posted on Mondays. I'm not sure on YouTube. But she puts these videos up. So I do a recorded guided meditation. If you haven't checked that out before, go ahead. All right, we are ready to start. All right. So if you're seated in a chair, make sure that you're sitting upright. If you are seated on the floor, make yourself comfortable. What we're looking for when we sit, no matter how we sit, is that we feel upright and interested. It's kind of like that upright interested, but we also feel grounded and a bit relaxed. So it's kind of a mix between the two. Lifted and upright and grounded and relaxed. Place your hands on your thighs. Doesn't matter how you're sitting or where you're sitting. You can roll your shoulders back a few times. Woohoo! My name is Julie. Again, this is a gentle yoga practice you can do in the chair or on the floor. Go at your own pace. Do what you need to do. Don't do anything that feels uncomfortable or hurts. Okay? And if the sound wavers a bit, just watch me and do the best that you can. All right, as we work on that. Okay, beautiful. So as we're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders roll back and down, lift up through the tops of your ears. You can close your eyes if you like, but you don't have to. And just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out normally, gently, easily. Notice how your body feels while you're sitting. Notice how your breathing feels throughout your body. And they kind of mix together. Breathing creates physical feelings in our body. And how our body feels can create changes in the way we breathe. Just breathe gently. Focus on the exhale. Just simple awareness of every exhale. The exhale is where we let go. The exhale is where we release the things that we do not need. Relax your eyebrows and your jaw. Soften through the neck and shoulders. Breathe into a strong back and a soft front. Maybe notice each exhale cool and gently settle down towards your hips, towards the part of you that's touching the floor or the chair. Notice your breath from the bottom of your feet to the palms of your hands, up through the crown of your head. Take a few big rounds of breath, nice big breaths. Inhale from the bottom of your feet, up through the crown of your head. Exhale from the crown of your head, down through your heart, out through the bottom of your feet. See how many places You feel the breath as you inhale up the body and exhale down the body. One more time. And exhale. Focus on your intention for practice today, the reason that you came here, the reason that you tuned into the Zoom. And now connect with a feeling of gratitude. It could be small or large, person, a place, an experience, a pet. Just a gentle sense of gratitude that we can connect with our intention for practice. Then go ahead and open your eyes. And make sure you can look around, acclimate with the room. Awesome. Move your body now in a way that you want to move. So you don't have to do what I do. What does your body want to do? Do you want to stretch your neck? Do you want to roll your shoulders? Do you want to stretch your legs? Think about it. What do you want to do? What is your body telling you it needs right now? Besides a blanket and a hot cup of tea. Awesome. Awesome. So during your yoga practice, do what works for you. If you want to do a movement that feels good, do it. If you're sitting in a chair, please don't sit all the way back. Sit at least halfway forward. Widen your tuchus behind you so you can feel like your tailbone's lifting up, not curling underneath. Roll the shoulders back. If you're seated on the floor, ground down through the sit bones, reach up through the crown of the head. The same thing applies. Sitting on the chair is sitting on the floor. You want your gluteal, your butt tissue, to move back behind you a bit. You're going to feel the belly firm as you lift up the sides of the waist. Let's inhale the palms up. And exhale the hands down the heart center. Gently pressing. You don't have to push your hands together. Beautiful. Inhale up. I have arthritis in my hands, so I am very careful about when I do wrist extension, which is what this is. I go slow and easy. So anything that hurts, okay? One more.
Thank you.
Great job. Beautiful. Let's bring the palms up to the halfway point and soften the arms down. So relax your shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Inhaling, palms up. Exhaling, palms down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And release. Great job. Let's roll those shoulders a few more times. As we sit tall, those of you in a chair, make sure your feet are flat on the floor, your knees are hips width apart, and your feet are hips width apart. So none of this and none of that. Right? Nice. If you're seated on the floor, stay connected through your sit bones. Let's bring the arms to goalpost or cactus position. Keep lifting up through the tops of the ears. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows and press the heart gently forward. Gently, gently. Nice. Inhale up. Exhale, press the heart forward and up. Just a little bit. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hold this position, stretching the heart forward, and then gently release the hands to the back of the chair or behind you on the floor or behind your torso. Lift the heart up just a little. These small back bends are a wonderful thing. A back bend a day is a great thing for your spine. It doesn't have to be big. Just lift the heart gently. Inhale here. And exhale, release the hands here. Good job, good job. We're going to take this right hand, lift it up. Inhaling, and then exhaling over a little bit. You can put your hand on the chair, on your thigh, whatever works for you. Beautiful. And take it down. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Go at your own pace. And exhale. Your heart faces forward, towards the front. If I were teaching you in a live class, I would say that your heart faces me. Okay? Good. Keep your heart open. Inhale. And exhale over. Keep that heart lifted. And inhale. And it's okay if you can't bring your arm all the way over. Just keep sitting, right? You don't have to lift your hips, right? Just keep firmness in the front and back of your waist. So you want to hug the front, the back, and the sides of your waist in towards each other. That's awesome. Beautiful. Let's roll the shoulders back once again. Okay, we're just going to put that together a little bit. You're going to inhale your arms up. Exhale to that cactus. Lift the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, begin to hinge forward. Place your forearms on your legs or on the floor, round the spine just a little bit. Just breathe. Let your spine round just a little bit. Great job. Then place your hands on your thighs. Inhale, lift up your heart and your head. Come back to seated. Great job. Awesomely awesome. Let's try that again. Inhale up. Exhale to that cactus position, opening the heart. Inhale up. Exhale. Hinge from your hips. Then soften the spine down. Nice. Just breathe. You're okay. Then inhaling, lifting the heart and the head first. Come on up. Hands on the thighs. And exhale. Great. So let's add in some of those cat-cow stretches, okay? I'm going to turn side in my chair so you can see how big these cat-cow stretches can be. If you are seated on the floor, you can come to all fours, or you can do them seated with your legs out in front of you. It's up to you. Okay, here we go. I'm going to sit a little bit more forward to the front edge of my chair. Hands here. Widen my feet apart a little bit. If you're on all fours, your knees are under your hips and their hips width apart. Your wrists are slightly forward of your shoulders, shoulders width apart if you're on the floor. Okay, when you're ready, roll the shoulders, push the belly down and the heart forward. And then as you exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under. You got it. This could be big or small. Inhale, lift the heart and the head forward. Press the whole front waist forward. And then exhale, roll everything back, round your spine. Good job. Do these a few more times, and everyone's going to do them to what works best for them. For some folks, these are smaller, and for some folks, these are bigger. But that's okay. This is a way to warm up your spine. So let's just keep going with those warm-ups. Inhale. Oh. Exhale. Cat-cow stretches are wonderful to do. You could do these standing. You could do them sitting in a chair. You can do them on the floor, either seated or on all fours. So if you find a way to do a little bit of cat-cows when you can, it's a very nice way to limber up, warm up the spine. Go at your own pace. Keep your breath and your movements together. You certainly don't want to get out of breath in any way, shape, or form. So keep everything together. Nice. One more time. Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful. Okay. Those of you on the floor can come to seated. Once again, those of you in your chair, still sitting in your chair. We're just going to do a little bit of a flow. So let's practice one thing we haven't done yet, and that's twisting. So the most important thing about twisting is sitting up tall. Okay. When we twist, we want to twist from here, not from here. So make sure that if you're sitting up really, really tall. Okay. Nice. Shoulders back, top of the ears up. Inhale up. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale back to center. So breathe into the sides, the front, and the back of your waist. Keep them nice and tall. It's as if the front, back, and sides of your waist hug in towards the center line of your spine. Each exhale makes it easier for you. Turn your waist. There you go. Great job. Inhale. You'll notice it gets easier to twist upper in the upper part of the spine. So think of your shoulder blades. Inhale here. Exhale, the right shoulder blade moves forward on your back and the left moves back. So think about your shoulder blades. One is moving forward and one is moving back. So you can get a little bit more twist in the upper part of the spine, where it's more inclined to twist more easily. Great job. And back to center. So we have a great capacity to twist at the neck and the head. The issue is we can't lift our chin and then try to twist. It's not good for your cervical vertebrae. So lift up to the tops of your ears so that your chin is more parallel. Move your skull straight back. So we tend to do this, right? So you're sitting nice and tall, move the skull straight back. So you're nice and tall. Inhale here. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Your head is a mobile turret, so it should smoothly move from center to side. And this is okay. If this is challenging for you, just go as far as you can go. So you don't have to turn your head very far. And inhale and exhale. Now come back to center. We're going to do a little something that I think is kind of fun. Sitting up nice and tall, I want you to close your eyes and imagine, don't move, but imagine turning your head to look way over your right shoulder. Close your eyes and imagine turning your head to look way over your right shoulder. Just imagine it. And then open your eyes, inhale here, and exhale, actually look over your right shoulder. Maybe you got a little further. It's a beautiful thing. Inhale back to center. Great job. Close your eyes. Don't move. Imagine looking far over your left shoulder. Just imagine it. Imagine looking way over that left shoulder. Keep your skull moving back. You're doing good. Imagine looking way over your left shoulder. And then go ahead and open your eyes. Inhale here and exhale. Look over the left shoulder. So maybe you felt it a little bit easier. It's nice to visualize sometimes before we do something. Our mind is very powerful, but so is our body. Okay. Inhale here, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale your chin towards your chest. And then inhale, back up. We're rising up to the tops of the ears, so we don't need to lift the chin. We need it to be parallel. Inhale here, exhale right ear to right shoulder. You can even take this opposite arm out. If you want to stretch a little more, hold on to the back of the chair or bring your hand behind your back. You tuck the chin and look down a little bit. See your body or your leg. How much you want to do this, where you're feeling it. Pushing down a little bit, you're going to feel a different stretch. Good job. Roll. There's another side. Keeping the chin nice and parallel. Inhale here. Exhale. Bring that left ear to left shoulder. You don't have to push here. Just soften it up. Just soften it up. Bring the other arm out if you like. You don't have to. But you can see the minute you move the arm position, you can feel it more, right? Come down. If you like, you can place it to the back of the chair or behind your back. Now, this may be just fine for you, but if you want, you can look down a little bit. If you're looking down towards the floor, to the outside of that left leg or somewhere near your left thigh. So how much you tuck the chin, how much you turn the head, is going to decide what you're feeling. You want to feel open today, right? You want to have ease in movement, in breathing. And back to the center and up. Woo! Roll the shoulders back a few times. Awesomely awesome. So we haven't really done anything with our legs yet. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of stretching for the back of the legs. If you're laying on the floor, you can lay on your back. Those of us who are seated, we're going to take one leg out. So if you're lying on the floor, stretch your legs out nice and long. Now we're going to take the other leg out. Woo! Heels down, toes up. Feels how strong they are right there. Feel that. Feel that. You lift your arms up. Oh my, nice, long, stretch your legs. Just relax your hands, relax your fingers. They're good. Circle your wrists. One way and the other. Beautiful. Nice. Hands down. So now we're going to take our right leg. We're going to bend the right knee, right foot on the floor. So if you're laying on the floor, you have one knee bent, one leg long. Beautiful. Awesomely awesome. Those who are laying on the floor are going to take an inhale and an exhale and twist over to their left side, bringing their right knee over to the left of them. So they're going to do a bit of a twist. Show arms out at shoulder height. Beautiful. For those of us seated, we're going to turn towards our knee. So inhale up. And exhale, turn towards that bent knee. Great job. Lift up, lift up. Those of you laying on the floor, gravity's helping you. Stay nice and long. Those of us seated in the chair, we have to sit up through that tall spine. Keep our shoulders back and relax down. Great job. Nice. You want to keep that opposite leg nice and long. So keep those toes lifting on that left leg. And then when you're ready, inhale back to the center position. Great job. We're going to take both legs long. Once again, woo. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down to heart center or down by your sides. Up to you. And again, inhale up. And exhale the hands down. Okay, so now we're going to bend the opposite knee. So I'm going to bend my left knee. And those of you on the floor are going to take a twist to the right, bringing your left knee to the right of you. Those of you seated, inhale up. And exhale, turn towards your left, towards your bent knee. You can place your hands wherever you're comfortable and sit up as tall as you can in your twist. Anybody doing any kind of twist, every time you exhale, you should feel it. Feel how everything hugs in towards the center line of your spine every time you exhale. You got it. Very nice. Keep that right leg nice and long. Those of you in the chair. And back to center. Exhale. Okay, let's bring that leg back in. Gorgeous. So what we're going to do now is we're going to alternate bringing a knee in towards our chest. So those of you lying down, you can do it from both legs straight or from both knees bent, both feet on the floor. Inhale your arms up. As you exhale, bring your right knee in. Those of you who are seated, I want you to stay tall. Okay, so you're going to round a little bit, and that's okay, but you don't have to bring your nose to your knee, okay? And release. Inhale up. And exhale, bring the other knee in. Hands behind your leg. There you go. Great job. Try not to hunch too far over if you're seated, okay? Inhale up. Those of you on the floor, your back stays on the floor. We want to bring the knee into our chest, not our chest into our knee right now, okay? Inhale up, switch sides, and just go from side to side. This is great for the back of your hip. So think of this as a way to stretch the back of your hip, right? Inhale and exhale. You want to stretch right through here. You want to stretch all those areas and the lower back as well. Inhale up and exhale. Ooh, wow, feels so good. And inhale up. And exhale, draw the other one in. Hello. And inhale up. And exhale. Awesome job. Very good. Let's do a little bit of engaging the abdominals. Okay, so I asked you before not to bring your chest towards your knee. So now we're going to change that a little bit. Okay, so you're going to inhale, arms up. As you exhale, you're going to bring that right knee in. Now hold here, inhale. On an exhale, hug it in. Bring your head towards your knee. Great job. Inhale, bring the chest back up or down to the floor. Inhale up. Gorgeous. So there's two parts to this. Exhale, bring this in. Keep it nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, hug your nose in towards your knee and your knee in towards your nose. Great job. And inhale, bring the chest up. Great. Let's do that again to each side. We're going to bring this knee in. We're just going to hold steady. And when you're ready on the next exhale, hug it in. Woo. You can hold this for a few breaths if you want. And then inhaling, leg goes down, lift the heart. And on the other side, exhale. There you're holding nice and steady. Inhale. Exhale, hug in your knee towards your nose. You can hold this for a few breaths, pulling the belly button in. And then when you're ready, inhale up. Exhale. Great job, great job, great job, great job. Okay. So we're going to work on a little bit of twisting. So if you're seated, you're going to take your legs a little bit wider, okay? If you are lying down, knees bent, feet on the floor, widen your feet and your knees as far away from you as they will go. Those of you in a chair, this is going to be interesting, okay? So take your time. So from this position, nice and tall, what I'd like you to do is I want you to take this left knee and bring it here. So you're turning a little bit. Good job. Nice. If you're laying on the floor, both knees go to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Now you're going to bring the opposite knee. If you're laying on the floor, both knees and feet are wide and the knees go from side to side. You feel it stretch in the front of the hip. And inhale, center. And exhale. Turn. You're turning your hip. You got it. Nice. Does it feel good, I hope? They're called windshield wipers, those of you on the floor. Inhale to the center and exhale, bring the other knee turning. Oh, it feels good when you do this in movement, right? One more time each side. Inhale, center, exhale, turn. Keep that butt on the seat, those of you sitting down. Inhale, center, one more. Woo. And maybe just one more side, make it nice and even. Gorgeous. And back to the center position. Okay. Great job. Great job. So I'd like to do a little bit of a more quiet position. So those of you sitting in the chair, those of you lying down, this is very easy. Bottom of the feet together, knees out to the sides. Baddha Konasana or bound angle. For those of us seated, you bring the feet together and relax the knees. Now, it's easier if you have some blocks or something to put your feet on. You might feel better. If you had something to put your feet on, books or pillow or cushion or something, you can definitely do that. You know, put your feet up on something, go get it. It's okay. If you don't have anything, then don't worry about it. A small bench will do if you have one nearby, or a box that's sturdy enough. Anything will work. Just something that's not too tall, right? And we sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, soften and relax. This stretches the inner thighs. Why is that important? Well, your inner thighs, they're called your adductors, right? They help bring your legs together. They work a lot with your abdominals to help you balance your torso over your legs. So whether you don't work your inner thighs, you know, strength training wise, they work just for you to balance your upper body over your lower body. So making sure that you give some time to stretch them is always a good idea, okay? Widen them out to the side, sit up nice and tall, bottom of the feet together, the best that you can. Just sit up nice and tall. You're doing great. You're doing great. Ah, a great way to stretch. And then we'll bring the knees together. If you have blocks or something, you can move it to the side. Okay, feet back on the floor. Great job, great job. So we're going to add on a little bit to that flow that we did in the very beginning, and then we'll stand up and do some standing flow. So starting here, we're going to inhale our arms up overhead and exhale our arms to cactus or gold pose position. Open the elbows out wide. You got it. And inhale them up. And exhale, hug your chest over your legs. So those of you on the floor, bring your knees in towards your chest. Just relax here for a few breaths. If you're in a chair, put your hands on your thighs, lift your chest up like cow pose to inhale and come back up to tall. You got it. Nice. Beautiful. Let's try that again. Inhale up. Exhale to the cactus position. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down over your legs. You can rest gently around the spine. And then inhaling, those of you in a chair, lift the heart first, just like cow pose, and come on up. Awesome. Just one more time. Inhale up. Exhale the goalpost or cactus position. Lift the heart, lift the heart. Inhale up. And exhale, rounding over. And cow pose, chest and heart come first. Come on up. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to do are variations on bridge pose. So those of you on the floor, ankles underneath the knees, both hips width apart, getting ready to do bridge pose, okay? Those of us seated, it's going to be a little more interesting. I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? Here. We're going to move our butt down to the seat. Ankles underneath our knees. Our feet are maybe hips width apart. Okay, straight forward feet. Good. And we're going to take this position here. Hands back on the seat. Bend the elbows. Roll the shoulders and lift. Place your palms on the back of the seat. Lift the heart. Lift the heart. Those of you on the floor, press into your feet. Lift your tuchus. Those of you on the chair, you don't have to. You could if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Inhale here and exhale, release back to upright seated or to the floor. So there's an option here to make this a little bit bigger for those of you in the chair, but you have to decide if this feels good and safe to you. The option for those in the chair, holding on, I've got my fingers on the sides of the chair, my palms here, back as far as possible, roll my shoulders. I can lift my heart and lift my tuchus and then come back down. So you have that option if you're in a chair, but you don't have to do it, especially if it bothers your hands, okay? So ready? Inhale and just breathe. Open up the heart, hands are behind you. You can put your hands on the back of the chair, on the seat of the chair. Lift the heart, lift the heart, lift the heart. And exhale, come on back. Great job. Nice work. Just one more of these. Bridge pose, whichever way you choose. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. See if you can, if you're seated, see if you can soften your belly down towards your lap. Let your belly puff out and draw itself down towards your lap a little bit. So we can stretch the whole front of the torso in this modification, the bridge pose. Inhale here and exhale. Ooh, great job. So we're going to do a little bit more twisting before we stand up and do a few things. So in this one, we're going to turn and bring the knee in towards our chest. Great job. Great job doing the bridge pose. Again, you're more than welcome to take your butt off the chair in bridge pose. Okay, so here we go with this. Remember I said we have to stay up tall when we twist? So inhale here, exhale, bring this up. Okay, so staying nice and tall, you're going to bring this hand around and you take this arm out and turn. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? I think you can. Great job. Inhale here and exhale. Nice, nice. Good job. Let's try it on the other side. We're going to bring the other leg up. We're not going to hunch over. We're going to stay tall, right? Going to bring the opposite arm around. Roll the shoulder back. Stretch that arm behind you and turn. Great job. Awesomely awesome. And back to center. Okay, now I'm going to ask you just stretch out the right leg. Stretch out the right leg, toes up. Stretch out the right leg, toes up. Inhale here and exhale. Okay, so we're going to ask you to lift this right leg a little bit. So firm your waist, front, back, and sides, and lift your leg. Nice job. Try to stay up nice and tall. You can do it. Inhale up. Exhale. You can do it. You can do it. Keep hugging the front, back, and sides of your waist. And release down. Great job. Switch legs. Before we stand up, give it a little bit more stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and engage your belly. Lift that leg. You're squeezing the top of the thigh. I don't care if it's only lifted a few inches. Maybe you got it way up there. That's fine. It's a lot of work for these muscles. Stay tall. Front, back, sides of the waist. Hug in towards the center. Inhale here. And exhale. Great job. Okay, so we're going to add a twist to this. So not in the more difficult version. Inhale here. Exhale out nice and long. So we're nice and long with this right leg. We're going to take this right arm. We're going to sit up tall, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to slide this right arm. So we're going to hinge. We're not hunching over. We're hinging, hinging the torso over the thighs. Slide this right arm. Roll the left shoulder back. Good. Nice job. Good, good, good. You may even be able to place that right hand on the left leg, right? You might be able to cross it over, but you don't have to, right? You can use your hand, your forearm, whatever works. This is just another knee twist with one leg straight. So if you're laying on your back, one leg is straight, one knee is bent, and you're twisting once again. And inhale back to center. Great job. Come on up. Let's try that again. On the other side, we're going to extend the other leg. So one knee bent, one leg extended, and we're going to hinge slightly. Place this hand here, roll the right shoulder back, and turn the heart to the right. Again, hug the front, back, and sides of the waist so you're not hunching over. And you can even take the left hand over to the right thigh. Forearm, hand, wrist to help you twist. Breathe. It's okay to breathe, right? I give a lot of instruction, but these are poses for you. How does it feel in your body? And inhale back to the side position. And exhale. Great job. So I mentioned standing up, okay? So feet flat on the floor. If you're coming up from a chair, it's kind of easy. If you're coming up from the floor, roll over onto your side with your knees bent. Help yourself by pushing through your hands, and then come on up to standing, okay? Ready? We're going to shift the weight forward, but into the heels of our feet, and push by stretching the legs nice and straight. Good job. All right. I want you to be able to see me, so I'm going to maybe step back a little further. Here we go. Now, you can use the back of your chair or the seat of your chair. We're going to do a little flow. You can put your hands on the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. It depends on how you're feeling today. I'm going to use the seat of the chair. We'll start with just a little bit of forward bending. Stand a bit away from the chair. Feet about hips width apart, outer edges of the feet are parallel. Because in yoga, we don't stand like this. We want the feet parallel, outer edges parallel, okay? Just enough away from the seat or the back of the chair, whichever you've chosen. Inhale up, thighs back, chest open. Exhale, hinge at the hip. You can bend the knees a little bit. Place your hands on the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. You can bend the elbows and round the spine a little bit and relax the heart down. You can come closer to your chair and put your forearms on it. Everyone's a little different. You can put your forearms on the back of the chair. Just take a few breaths here in forward bend. Gravity is helping to open up the spinal vertebrae. Beautiful. So now what I'd like you to do is bend your knees, sit your butt back as if you were looking for a chair now. You can put your hand, if you're bending forward from standing, put your hands on your legs, or you can put your hands on the back of the seat of the chair. Lift the torso up. We're going to come to chair pose. So knees stay bent, butt stays sitting back. Bring the hands to heart center. The thing about chair pose is you want the weight in the back body, but you need strength in the abdominals because you're hinged. Hands at heart center. You shouldn't feel the weight eke out to the sides of your feet. Press down a little bit more through the underneath the ball of the big toe. Basically, most of the weight's in the heel. Belly's firm. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're going to go from standing to the forward bend using the chair to the chair pose. Okay? Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale to your forward bend over the chair. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Soften down. We can try to straighten our knees here, but only do what works for you. And then when you're ready, hands on the chair or your legs, lift the heart a bit, bend the knees and sit back, and then lift the torso just a bit more to sit in chair pose. Make sure you're hugging the front, the sides, and the back waist in towards each other. If you want to challenge yourself, you can reach the arms up at an angle, but you don't have to, okay? Everyone's different. Press down a little bit more through the ball of the big toe and the heels. Then when you're ready, inhale, straighten your legs, straighten your legs. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's do that again, shall we? Inhale up. Third time's a charm. Exhale to your forward bend. Oh, enjoy the forward bend for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring that torso halfway up, begin to firm the belly, and then inhale and exhale, chair. You got it. And then sit back. Nice. Great job. Very strengthening pose. Don't let your knees knock together. Again, you can stretch the arms out if you like. Now you have an option here. Those of you near a chair, sit back a little lower. Place your hands on your thighs. Those of you standing, sit back, hands on the thighs. You can turn your heart to the right and place your left forearm across your thighs. Roll the right shoulder back. Hello, twisted chair pose. One knee is going to come forward of the other, and it should let it. Good, 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 good. Nice, nice, nice. Inhale here. Exhale back to chair. Okay, we got to go the other side. Sitting in the chair, hands on the thighs. Inhale and exhale. Turn your heart to the left. Place your right forearm across your thighs. You're going to feel that right knee come forward. Let it. It's all good. You can place the left hand on your hip. Good job. Nice, nice, nice. Firm belly. Inhale back to center. Hands on the floor. Forward bend. Woo. Hands on the chair. Forward bend. You got it. Enjoy the forward bend. Relax down. See if you notice in your forward bend, if your hip joints are over your knees. See if you can shift that so your hip joints are over your knees instead of behind your knees, because sometimes that happens. Even if your knees are a little bent, you can still bring the hip joints over the knees. Great job. Woohoo. Are you ready for a little downward facing dog? Place your hands on the seat of the chair or the back of the chair and step one leg back and then the other. Those of you standing, you can forward bend and step back to downward facing dog, or come to all fours and step back to downward facing dog. There we go. Yep. So in this pose, stick your butt up. I'm telling you, do it. Stick your backside up. Stick your tailbone up. I don't care how much you have to bend your knees. And stretch your arms straight. Push forward and down into the seat of that chair and reach your hips up. It's as if you want to plant your butt cheeks way up on the wall behind you. Nice. If you want, you can bend one knee and then the other a little bit more, a little bit of like a pedaling motion. One heel lifts and then the other. Yay, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pressing into your hands. Okay, this is going to be more challenging for those of you not using a chair. You're going to inhale and exhale and step your right foot forward. Okay, we're coming up to a lunge. So those of you close to the floor need to walk your hands up. Right, here we go. Now, this may be scary for you. So if you have a chair, you might want to have it nearby, onto the side of you maybe. Okay, or just nearby. You could stand behind the chair. Okay, so that the back of the chair is where you can put your hands. Okay, gorgeous. Now your back foot, widen it out to the left. Widen it out a little bit. Turn the toes out slightly. What happens in yoga is people stand on a tightrope. That's not good for your body. It's not functional. So make sure that your feet are wide enough apart so you have more balance. Turn the toes out, heel down. Maybe one hand on your hip, or maybe both hands on your hip, or both hands on the chair, whatever works for you. Chest faces the front, towards me or the back of your chair. Inhale the arms up. You can put one hand on the chair. It's okay. Good. Now, when you exhale, bring your arms to cactus and lower your hips just a little between your legs. Nice. Very good. Just a little. Inhale, arms up. You can straighten that front knee. Exhale, lower your hips a little bit between your legs. Good. One more time. Inhale, lift, straightening the front leg. And when you exhale, lower your hips between your legs. Hold this position here. Great job. If you want, with your cactus arms, you can point your heart up towards the ceiling. You can even put one hand on the chair and point your heart up towards the ceiling. Okay? It's all good. Whatever you can do, you do. And whatever you can't do, you don't. Place your hands back on the chair. Woo. All right, now we're going to step this front foot back to the back foot. Whoa. March out a little bit. Front foot steps back or back foot steps front. Ooh. Yes, that's a lot of work. That's Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. And it's a challenging pose, okay? So your legs don't have to be that far apart. But the one thing we know for certain is there's another leg. So sitting here, now we want to take the other leg back, right? So now we want to take the right leg back and the left foot forward and make sure that there's a little space between your feet so they're not on a tightrope. And this back foot is turned out. This back foot is turned out just a little bit, and that feels okay to you, yeah? Turn towards the front. You can keep a hand on the chair. Nice. Beautiful. Inhale the arms up. As you exhale to goalpost or cactus, lower the hips between the legs. Nice. And inhale back up. Front knee straightens. And exhale, lower the hips. Hello. And inhale up. And exhale, lower the hips. Gorgeous. Let's try this one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the hips between the legs and hold. So it doesn't matter to me. I'm not asking you to bend your front knee. I'm asking you to lower your hips. So what's natural is going to happen with your legs. In the goalpost or cactus position, you have the option, let the elbows be heavy and lift the heart up a little bit of a back bend. You can have one arm, one hand on the chair to do this, okay? You're okay. Use that chair. Bring it closer to you if you need to. Do whatever you need to do to stay upright and use that chair. Nice. And inhale up. And exhale, hands. Nice job. Now you're going to step the back foot up to the front foot or the front foot to the back foot. Woo. Feeling all right, everybody? Okay, so whenever I'm feeling froggy, I like to do lunges. Lunges are good for us, but they can be challenging on our hips and our knees. So let's be careful how we do them, okay? I'm going to stand behind my chair. Stand behind my chair, okay? Take my feet wide apart. And because we're shifting from one side to the other, we want to turn the toes out a little bit because your knees and your toes need to go in the same direction, okay? So turn them out, hands on the chair. Inhale here, exhale. You're going to lower the hips, sweep gently over to the left. Now take a look at that knee. We want to make sure it doesn't look like this. This is not ballet. We don't want this, right? When we lunge over, we want a little bend in the knee. Push your hips back slightly. If you're not using a chair, you can place your hands on your hips. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. Nice. You'll notice I sit back and I hinge at the hip a little bit. Inhale up, exhale, sit your butt back, hinge at the hip. So it looks like this. I'm not plie. I'm out just a little bit. I'm going to sit back, center, sit back. Nice. So if you have your hands on the chair, sit back. Good. This isn't ballet. Push your butt back. Hinge at the hip. There. Sit back. Very good. Sit back. Nice job, Marianne. Sit back, everybody. Come on. Move your hip creases back. Yes. Belly's nice and firm. So people do these all differently. But again, we're strengthening our leg muscles and we're opening up this inner thigh area, which we know is so very important. Okay. Come back to center, bring your heart up. Woo. So I look like a star. I mean, I always look like a star, but my body looks like a star, right? Knees and toes out a little bit, arms out. Inhale here, exhale, stop. You're sitting back in a chair. Inhale, straighten, exhale, star. Great job. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, star, sit back. One more, inhale, straighten. Exhale, star. Nice. Now, hold the seat, place your hands on your thighs. You don't have to sit real low, just enough that feels okay. So we're hinging. So if you were to see me from the side, I'm hinging a little bit, okay? Hands on the thighs. You're gonna turn your chest to the right and straighten the left elbow. See that? There you go. Inhale back to center. Exhale, straighten the other elbow. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Oh, do you feel this in the back part of your body? The more you hinge and turn. The more you feel it, right on the back, lower back, upper hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, woo. And inhale, center. One more time each side, if that's comfortable. Ooh, great job. And back to the center position. Bring yourself up. Gorgeous. Let's walk those feet in. All right. So now we're going to do a little bit of outer hip stretching. So those of you who don't have a chair, you can lie on your backs on the floor. Those of you who have a chair, take a seat. So we have muscles in the outer part of our hip, and they help us walk and open our legs away from each other. And they also cause us to turn out, which is called external rotation. So these muscles that help us climb stairs and walk are very tight. So we have a muscle called the piriformis, and we need to stretch it because it gets overly tight. So whether you are lying on your back on the floor or whether you are seated in a chair, I'm going to ask you to cross your right ankle over your left. Now let's stretch the legs out first. If you're on your chair, cross the right ankle over the left and then bend both knees a little bit more. So this is a great place to be if you're seated, or you can cross the leg over if that works. Maybe it doesn't, so keep the ankles crossed. Or those of you on the floor can either cross one leg, both knees bent, both feet on the floor if you're laying on the floor, and you can cross your right leg over your left, or you can do this number 4, where you cross your right foot and ankle over the top of your left thigh. Good. So you all have options here. Your legs can be crossed like you're having coffee with your friend, or you can have this number 4 looking position. Whichever you choose, spread those toes on your right foot. Keep that right foot strong. We don't want to torque the ankle and knee joint because your hips are tight. So keep that foot strong so we keep everything in line. Sit up nice and tall if you're laying on the floor. Widen the right knee to the right and press it slightly forward if you're laying on the floor. Okay. Sit up nice and tall, everybody. Inhale the arms up. And exhale the hands to heart center. Okay, now we're going to bring those arms out. And we're going to take the right arm under the left and we're going to hug ourselves. So hug yourself with your right arm under your left. Relax your shoulders. Beautiful. Awesome. Let your shoulders move away from your ears. Very good. Very good. Nice, nice, nice. This is a great place to be. Those of you seated in a chair can hinge slightly forward. See how this feels. Ooh, it's going to make a big stretch, right? Good, 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 good. And come on up. Awesome. Release. Woo-hoo. Nice job. We're going to take this foot off. We're going to try the other leg. So you're either going to cross at the ankle and slide in the knees, or you're going to cross here with your foot open and moving, or you're going to cross this way. Make sure you spread your toes and your foot is strong. Press out through your foot. Sit up nice and tall. When you sit up tall, you're really going to feel this stretch. Lengthen up your spine. Bring your chin parallel. Lengthen up your spine. Gorgeous. Those of you on the floor, you're widening your left knee to the left, maybe pressing it forward. Now you're going to take your arms out. Great, great, great. This time you're going to hug the left arm underneath you. You got it. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Good. Nice. You can stay right here, breathing into the space between your shoulder blades. If you're on the floor, widen those shoulder blades apart when you do this and breathe into that space. If you're in a chair, you can stay here, breathing into between your shoulder blades, or you can hinge slightly forward. Keep spreading those toes. If you hinge forward, you're going to feel more of a stretch. You don't have to, but even an inch forward. Good. Keep the head up, hinge from your hips. You got it. You got it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love these stretches, yeah? Breathe, and then press into that foot that's on the floor. Bring yourself back up. Release the hands. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay. Very good. All right, so we are there. Let's uncross, and let's find a space where we can be quiet for just a moment and a few breaths. So if you're seated in the chair, sit back about halfway. Feet on the floor, shoulders roll back. If you're lying on the floor, go ahead and lie down. Get ready for Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable. The thing about Shavasana is it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which allows your body to relax, to rest, and restore. And very often we're always in a state of, oh, I got stuff to do. I got this going on. I got that going on. Or this is upsetting me, or I have to deal with this. That's your sympathetic nervous system. We want to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. So whichever position you're in, roll the shoulders back and let them soften. Those of you seated in a chair, sit back into those hips. Just feel that your hips are heavy and rooted. Relax the tops of your shoulders away from your ears. If you're lying on your back on the floor, arrange your head so that your chin is not higher than your forehead. If you are seated, move back through your jaw and reach up through the tops of your ears, and then relax. If you're seated, you're going to feel the front back and sides of your waist gently hug in just a little. That's okay. When you soften your body, focus on your exhales. Close your eyes. You really want to activate that parasympathetic nervous system. Focus gently on your exhales and see if you can make them a little bit longer than your inhales. You shouldn't have to work hard. This shouldn't cause you any stress. So just do the best you can. No worries. Just relax into it. See if when you relax into each exhale, it takes a little bit longer. Let your forehead soften. Your eyes are deep and warm. Your jaw is relaxed. The back is long yet soft. Your collarbone is soft. Your back is strong in a very relaxed way. So feel the back body kind of release down towards the chair. The front body soft and open. Front, back, and sides of your waist gently hug. So relaxed and rooted. There's softness and skin on your thighs, your calves, your shins. The joints of your hands are soft. Everything relaxed and soft. Do more breaths. Lengthen your exhales just a little. Don't have to push hard. Just let them relax out nice and slow. Each exhalation releases out nice and slow. Feel your body sitting or lying on the floor. Feel your body breathe. Once again, let's tap into something that we are very grateful for in our lives. Doesn't matter what it is or who it is, how big or small it is. Bring that feeling in to the center of your chest. I am grateful to be able to share practice with you all today. When you're ready, gently open the eyes so you can acclimate with what you see around you. Those of you who are lying down, you can stay in your Shavasana long after you shut the video off. Bring the hands to heart center. Nice. You honor me by sharing practice with me. I honor the divine teachers within all of you. May we all find peace no matter what we are given. Namaste, my friends. Namaste. Great job.